The real arsonists in your body are chronic inflammation, high blood sugar, and oxidative stress. These are the factors that actually tear your arteries apart. When the arteries are inflamed, the liver pumps out more cholesterol to try and fix the problem. High cholesterol is often just a sign of internal distress. Blaming cholesterol for heart disease is like blaming the ambulance for the car accident. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of the body's sophisticated repair and recovery system. Instead of focusing all our energy on lowering cholesterol, we should be focusing on reducing the sugar and processed oils that cause the inflammation initially. These markers tell us the real story of your cardiovascular risk. They show us if the fire is burning, not just if the repair crew is present. Stop chasing the repairman and start putting out the fire. That is the only way to truly protect your heart and your long-term health and longevity. I often tell my own daughter and my patients that health starts with simple daily habits. It's about working with your body, not against its nature. For instance, adding a tiny pinch of natural sea salt to your water each morning can help balance your electrolytes and improve your mental clarity instantly. When it comes to cholesterol, don't fear it. Just choose your sources wisely. High-quality fats from organic eggs, avocados, and nuts are exactly what your body needs. I don't want you to eat greasy fast food. I want you to nourish yourself with the building blocks that support your brain, heart, and your hormones. When you eat the right fats, you feel satiated, your energy becomes stable, and your brain finally feels like it has the fuel it has been missing. This isn't about a radical diet. It's about a return to common sense and biological reality. It's about eating the foods that humans have thrived on. Take a moment to listen to your body. If you feel tired or foggy, it might be trying to tell you that it needs more healthy building blocks. Health is not just the absence of disease, it is the presence of vitality. Choosing the right fats is a major step toward that vibrant state of being. It is time to stop being led by fear and start being led by knowledge. Your health is your greatest asset, so treat it with great care. I am Dr. Bright, and I hope this truth about cholesterol empowers you to take control of your health journey starting right here and right now. Don't let the noise drown out the science. Stay informed, stay healthy, and I will see you in our next deep dive into the human body. For over half a century, we have been conditioned to fear cholesterol as a deadly enemy, yet the truth might actually surprise and even shock you today. If you have been avoiding certain foods or worrying about your blood tests, you need to listen closely because your entire health perspective is about to change. We see people every day pushing away nutrient-dense foods like eggs and butter, fearing that every single bite is bringing them one step closer to a heart attack. This fear is deeply rooted in our culture, but science is now revealing a much more complex and fascinating story about how these fats actually function inside. The myth of the heart-clogging monster has been debunked by modern research, yet the old warnings still linger in the minds of many health-conscious people worldwide. Without cholesterol, your body would literally collapse in an instant. It is not a poison, but a fundamental building block that keeps every single cell alive. With 12 years of clinical experience, I have seen how aggressively lowering cholesterol can inadvertently harm the very organs we are trying so hard to protect. We are suffocating our brains and our hormones in the name of safety. It is time to stop the madness and look at the real evidence available. Cholesterol is not the killer you have been told it is. In reality, it is your body's most essential protector and its most dedicated internal repairman. Did you know that your liver is a cholesterol factory? It works tirelessly every single day to produce nearly 80% of the cholesterol in your blood. If cholesterol were truly a toxic substance, why would your own body go through such immense effort to manufacture it in such large and consistent quantities? The answer is simple. It is not toxic. Cholesterol is so vital that your body refuses to rely solely on the food you eat for its supply. Your biology is brilliant. It has built-in systems to ensure you always have enough of this essential fat to maintain your brain and your vital hormones. When you reduce your dietary intake of cholesterol, your liver simply works harder to compensate. It is a survival mechanism that has kept humans alive for millennia. Only about 20% of your cholesterol comes from your diet. Foods like shrimp and eggs are not the primary drivers of your total blood levels. This internal regulation is a sign of health, not disease. It shows how much your body values this molecule for its daily repair and maintenance tasks. If we stop fighting our own biology and start understanding why it does what it does, we can finally achieve a state of true and lasting wellness. Liver acts as a master regulator. It monitors your intake and adjusts its own production perfectly to keep your delicate internal chemistry in a stable balance. So when you hear someone blaming your breakfast for your high cholesterol, remember that the story is much deeper and more complex than a simple meal. We must respect the wisdom of the human body. It does not make mistakes on this scale. Cholesterol is there for a very specific and necessary reason. Your brain is the greediest organ in your body when it comes to cholesterol. Despite being only 2% of your weight, it holds 1/4 of it. Cholesterol is a core component of your brain's cell membranes. It provides the structural integrity that allows your neurons to communicate effectively and think clearly. Think of the myelin sheath as the insulation on an electrical wire. Cholesterol is what builds this insulation, preventing electrical leaks and ensuring fast brain signals. When you lack enough cholesterol, these signals can become sluggish or even lost. This leads to what many people describe as brain fog or mental fatigue. A sharp mind relies on a steady supply of this fat. It is the very foundation of memory, learning, and the ability to process new information quickly. We are seeing a worrying link between excessively low cholesterol levels and an increased risk of cognitive decline, including conditions like Alzheimer's and general dementia. Without its primary building block, the brain begins to lose its resilience. It becomes more vulnerable to stress and the natural aging process over the years. For the young, cholesterol supports neuroplasticity, the brain's incredible ability to adapt and grow. It is essential for every stage of our cognitive development and life. The medical community is starting to realize that the lower the better might be a dangerous mantra when it comes to our precious neurological health. If you want to keep your internal light burning bright well into your senior years, you must stop starving your brain of the fats it needs. Don't let the fear of a number on a lab report steal your mental sharpness. Your brain deserves the best possible environment to function at its peak. Nature has designed our bodies to thrive on these fats. When we intervene too aggressively, we disrupt a balance that has been perfected over millions of years. The story of cholesterol in the brain is one of protection and performance. It is time we start treating it with the respect it truly deserves. When sunlight touches your skin, a magical transformation happens. Your body uses cholesterol as the raw material to manufacture the essential hormone we call vitamin D. Without enough cholesterol, even the brightest sun won't help you. You become deficient in a nutrient that is vital for your bones and your immune system, but cholesterol's role as a precursor doesn't stop there. It is the fundamental mother molecule for almost every single major hormone produced in your body. From the hormones that define our gender to the ones that manage our stress, they all share one common ancestor, the much maligned cholesterol molecule. For men, cholesterol is the building block of testosterone. It is what fuels strength, muscle mass, and the drive to succeed in every aspect of life. For women, it is the foundation for estrogen and progesterone, maintaining the delicate balance of the reproductive system and protecting bone density as we age. When people go on extremely low-fat diets or use heavy medication to crush their cholesterol, they often report a sudden loss of libido and energy. You are essentially starving your hormonal factory of its only raw material. Without the supply, the factory is forced to slow down or even close entirely. This leads to chronic fatigue, mood swings, and a general feeling of being unwell, yet many people never connect these symptoms to their cholesterol levels. Even your stress response depends on it. Cortisol, the hormone that helps you handle life's challenges, cannot be produced without a healthy supply of cholesterol. We must stop viewing cholesterol as a waste product and start seeing it as the gold standard raw material that keeps our entire endocrine system running smoothly. True health is about balance, not suppression. It is about providing your body with the tools it needs to create the hormones that keep you youthful. Your body wants to thrive. It wants to feel strong and energetic. By understanding cholesterol, you are giving your hormones the green light. To flourish, imagine a house on fire. When the neighbors look at the scene, they see fire trucks parked outside and firefighters rushing in to help everyone. It would be absurd to blame the fire trucks for the fire just because they are always present at the scene of the disaster, wouldn't it? Yet that is exactly what we have done with cholesterol. We find it at the site of arterial damage and immediately conclude that it was the cause. Cholesterol is actually the bandage. It is sent by the liver to the site of inflammation to repair. They damage and protect the delicate arterial walls. If you have a wound, you don't blame the band-aid for the cut. You look for what caused the injury in the first place, right?